Slotkin.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Congressman Bishop, good to see you. We were neighbors for a short time in Longworth when we were both members of Congress. Separate from being good office mates, I'm really concerned about the view that you and Director Vogt and the President have expressed on the executive branch and the President having the unilateral ability to spend federal dollars despite what Congress appropriates. And I will skip the irony of a congressman who ran for office and was deeply involved in appropriating dollars and voting on those things for years and years and years, now being seemingly willing to give up that authority. It's a fundamental principle of the Constitution. The Supreme Court, starting back in 1975, has said that, as the Constitution says, this body, which Republicans now control, both houses of, appropriates the dollars and the federal government spends them accordingly. This has been reiterated by the courts. Can you tell us your position as Deputy Director of OMB? Do you believe that President Trump has the ability to spend appropriated dollars in different ways than they were appropriated?
Thank you for the question, Senator Slotkin. President Trump has run on the issue of impoundment, and there will be a process in the administration, the decision-making involving lawyers. I will not be serving as deputy director in a legal capacity, but there'll be folks who are looking at the legal issues you describe. But but
it's just your view. I understand lawyers, but your personal view. Like, just be open with it. Vogt was very open about it. Do you believe that if this chairman appropriates dollars that are voted on by this Senate, that you and the President Trump have the ability to spend those dollars in different way than your Republican chairman has appropriated?
Well, Senator, I support the views of President Trump and Director Vogt on the subject.
So yes, Mr. Vogt owned it. You should just own it. So let me ask this question. If you believe that to be true, do you believe that you have the right to unilaterally take money out of Social Security? Not that you will, but that you have the right.
Senator, the President's made very clear that I'm not going to touch Social Security, but and you're speaking to hypotheticals. I would say I don't think that
it's not a hypothetical if every single Michigander that I talk to is worried about you cutting their Social Security benefits, their Medicare benefits, their veterans benefits, the post office, right? I was just up in very red conservative Upper Peninsula of Michigan, right? I'm the only Democrat there.
Right.
And they are like happy, as you said. There's people who are perfectly happy with cuts that are going on, but they are desperately worried that you are going to cut their Social Security, their Medicare, their veterans benefits, and the Postal Service. And despite everyone saying they're not going to touch it, you are smarter than that and know that the big cuts that you are calling for need big chunks out of these programs.
Senator, I don't hesitate to say that I do not believe that the President can stop Social Security benefits being paid. I don't think so.
You don't think he can pull money out of Social Security, Medicare, veterans benefits?
I don't.
And the Postal Service?
And of course, the reason I say that the President said he's not going to is because that's what he's consistently declared, so I don't think it's an issue. But
if you look behind the numbers, and you guys are looking for $6 trillion, DOJ is looking for that. You guys have been open about it, which I appreciate. $6 trillion doesn't come from $1 million here and $1 million there. It comes from cutting big programs. And what you are saying is, despite what everyone says here, you are working for, you proudly support this idea that you can move money even though it's been appropriated for a certain reason. So I don't think any American, red, blue, purple, the whole thing, should trust that these programs that they've worked their entire life for are safe if you believe you can do anything that you want.
Well, there are distinctions to be made, Senator. So to the point you suggested hypocrisy about serving in Congress and then taking this position, Harry Truman exercised the impoundment power to cancel a squadron of, I believe it was bombers, that he had vetoed and Congress had passed over his veto. These things have happened across history by presidents.
Well, and I would just say I feel very strongly that, again, it's not about red America or blue America or any of those things. I'm from a purple state. It's that people watch this chaotic cutting, right? And look, let's just be fair. You fire people and then hire them the next week. That's indiscriminate. That's acknowledging you've made a mistake. That's not some review that normal private sector companies would do. I don't know a damn private sector company that would fire someone on Friday and hire them back on Monday because, whoops, they made a mistake. But let's just be honest that this approach is scaring the crap out of people on the benefits they've worked their entire life for. And I know I'm out of time. Yield back.